Well, hello, welcome again to a reading of the Greek New Testament, and I'm reading through 1 Corinthians, and I got up to chapter 3, verse 10. Kata ten charin tu theou ten dothesan moi, ho sophos architecton, themelion etheka, alos de ep oikodome, hekastos de blepeto pos ep oikodome, themelion ga alon udes dunatai thenai paraton kaimenon, hos estin Jesus Christos. Eidetis ep oikodome epiton themelion cruson, arguron, lithus, timius, xula horton kalamen, hekastuton ergon phaneron genesatai he ga hemera delose, hoti en puri apocalyptatai, kai hekastu to ergon, hopoi esti to pur auto docimese. And I might just pause there. So, according to the grace of God, and then in apposition to that, the one having been given. This is an aorist passive participle from didoni. Edothane is the aorist, so this is the participle, and it's feminine agreeing with charin. So according to the grace of God, that which has been given moi to me, etheka I placed. This is the aorist from tithani. Looks like a perfect with a kappa, but it actually is an aorist. So I placed themelion, a foundation, like a wise architectone. Well, this, of course, we get our word architect from this, but in fact in Greek it has more the sense of a master builder. So according to the grace of God which was given to me, like a master builder, like a wise master builder, I laid the themelion, the foundation. This is connected with tithani again, this thet root in here. Alos, but another, ep oikodome, another built upon it. It's epi plus oikodomio. Hekastos de blepeto pos ep oikodome. But each one, let him look, let him see. This is an third person singular imperative from blepo, as to how he builds upon. Themelion ga alon udes dunatai. For no one, dunatai, is able, thanai, aorist infinitive from tithani, we've had the etheka up here, to lay another foundation, or to place or put another foundation, paratok kamenon, beside the one which is lying there. Hos estin Jesus Christos, which is Jesus the Messiah. Eidetis ep oikodome. So if someone lays a foundation, builds upon, and then we get a repetition from the epi, so builds upon the foundation, so on top of the foundation, if someone builds cruson, gold, silver, precious stones, this is from timios, an adjective, so precious stones, xula, wooden things, plural from xulon, horton, well, often means grass, but probably in the sense here of hay, or calamane, straw. The work of each one, genesatai, this is future from ginomai, will become phaneron, will become manifest, it's often translated, will become visible. For the day, now many commentators suggest you've got to supply here the day of judgment, just says in the Greek day. Deilose from, this is future from deiloo, an omicron contract verb, will make it clear. Hoti, because apocalyptatai, it will be revealed, by fire. So literally in fire. So that's probably why they say the day of judgment here, because of this mention of fire here. The work of each man, hopoion estin, whatsoever thing it is, the fire, dokimasse, this is future from dokimazdo, to test, so will test it, and we get auto in brackets here. Dokimazdo is a lovely verb. It means to test something, try it out to see whether it's true or not. The word is sometimes used in Greek of checking out whether your coinage is valid and so on. So dokimazdo. So and the work of each man, whatever it is, the fire will test it. Aetinos to ergon mene ha ep oikodomesen miston lampsatai, aetinos to ergon kataka esatai, semi othesatai autos de sothesatai, hutos de hos diapuros. Just pause there. But if the work of anyone which he has laid down, so which he has built upon, or which he has built, mene, future from meno, you can see by the accent here, will remain. Lampsatai, as we've seen before, it's lampsatai in classical Greek. He will receive misthon, a reward, so future from lambano. But if the work of someone, and by the way, you notice that this is enclitic, which is why the accent is here. So if the work of someone, katakaesatai, this is a future, well, perhaps passive or middle. It's from katakaio, and this is in irregular form here for this verb. So the verb is katakaio. I'm just checking it. Is it? It's probably passive here, I think, which is why we're getting the asatai without the theta, and the kai has just been reduced to a ka. It's an irregular passive. So if the work of anyone will be completely burnt, so from katakaio, semi othesatai, this is again a future passive, he will be punished. This is from semi o'o is the verb. So if the work of anyone will be burnt completely consumed by fire, he will be punished. But he himself, so thesatai, another future passive here, will be saved. Hutos de hos diapuros, another one of these very clipped phrases here, in the same way as through fire. Literally is what it means. People have paraphrased this in various ways, but it's literally in the same way, or just as though, as if through fire. So possibly hos for hos a here. Uk oidati hoti naos theou esti kaito pneuma to theou, and the next page reads oike en humin. It's a question. So do you not know that este, second person plural from Amy, you are a naos, a shrine of God, a temple of God, and the Spirit of God, oike, dwells from oikio, en humin. Well, it's plural here, so it's either in you, or perhaps among you, equally possible. Aetis tonaon to theo phthere, phthere tuton to hotheos. Hoganaos to theo hagios estin hoitines esti humas. Humes, I should say. So if someone, this is from phthero, often occurs as a compound diaphthero, to destroy. Here it's just the uncompounded form. Generally only found in poetry in the uncompounded form, but here we're getting it in prose. So if someone destroys the na on the temple of God, now there's the future. You get a vowel gradation, the epsilon iota goes back to an epsilon, and original would have been phtherese. The sigma drops out and you get a contraction, which is why we get this circumflex here, and there's variant readings here as well. So if anyone destroys the temple of God, God will destroy this man, Teuton. Hogonaos, for the temple of God is hagios, is holy. And again, you'll notice SD is enclitic. Why you get two accents here on this one. It puts the accent back on the last syllable here. Hoitines esti humas, you are the very ones, literally. So you yourselves are those. That is, the temples of God. Again, slightly odd Greek here, but it's not too bad. The very ones who you yourselves are. Mede siauton ex apotato, aetis doce sophos enai, en humin ento ioni tuto, moros genestho hina genetai sophos. Hega Sophia tu cosmu tutu moria paratotheo esti, gegraptai gar, hot drasomenos tu sophus ente panologia, auton, kai palin, kurios ginosko tus dialogismus, ton sophone, hoti asin mataioi. I'll just pause there. So now this is meides. It's may because this is an imperative. The verb is ex apatao, so it's an alpha contract verb. So let no one deceive hiauton himself. So it's the third person singular imperative from ex apatao, which is just a stronger form of apatao, to deceive. Apate is the word for deceit. So let no one deceive himself. If someone seems to be sophos, wise, in humin, among you, in this age, genesto, another third person middle imperative here, but this is aorist, let him become moros, let him become a fool, hina, in order that he might become wise. Aorist subjunctive here from Ginomai. For the wisdom of this world is Maria, foolishness, paratotheu, in regard to God. Gegraptai gar, now we get another quotation here. The quotation here is from Job 5:13. Hot drasomenos. Now this is a participle. The verb is drasomai. I think it's a, I'm not sure, I didn't check whether it's a late verb. It has the sense of grabbing something up into your hands, taking a handful of something. You get dragma and so on from in earlier Greek from this, so it probably was an earlier verb. It means to catch or to seize here. So the one who seizes or catches the wise men, here it's a sense of catches out, the wise men in their panorgia, in their evil doing, in their craftiness or scheming. This actually does come from pan, all, and the urg root from working. Someone who's doing lots of things, i.e. they're scheming and they're crafty. It's a noun that goes back into classical Greek. So the one who catches the wise in their schemings, and palin, and again, kurios, the Lord knows the dialogismus, the thoughts of the wise, that they are mataioi, that they are vain, that they are useless. Hostimedes kaukastho en anthropois, pantaga humon esti, eti Paulos, eti Apollos, eti Kephas, eti Cosmos, eti Zoe, eti Thanatos, eti Enestota, eti Melonta, panta humon, humes de Christou, Christos de Theou. So that, with the result that, let no one boast. This is another, this is kaukastho, it's from kaukaomai. So this is just a third person singular imperative. So let no one boast in men, or perhaps let no one among men boast, but then probably that would be a genitive here. I think it just means let no one boast in men. For all things, esti humon, belong to you, literally are of you, so hence that sense of belong to. So all things belong to you, whether Paul or whether Apollos or whether Kephas, so a mention here of Peter, he gives him his Aramaic name, or whether it is the cosmos, the world, whether it is life, whether it is death, whether it is Enestota is originally a perfect participle from en histemi. So it means the established things, that which is currently in existence, or whether ta melonta, so these are both neuter plurals here. So whether it is the established situation, whether it is that which currently exists, or whether that which is about to, all these things, understand, belong to you. You belong to Christ and Christ to God. Or you are of Christ and Christ is of God. And that's the end of chapter 3.